So even though Lincoln did not win the debate, he still proved himself as an extremely accomplished politician. So Douglas, and actually many Douglas supporters, were still elected to the Senate. But since the newspapers had popularized the debate so much around the entire country, Lincoln really made a name for himself and made himself an option for the Republican candidate for president in 1860. And since Douglas wasn't for the unconditional expansion of slavery, and he also questioned the power of the Supreme Court, he further divided the Democratic Party into Northern Douglas Democrats and Southern Democrats. And now for the incident at Harper's Ferry. Here we see John Brown again, blood still on his hands from recent events in Kansas, instructing his army of about 20 men. It appears that they are doing some last-minute review of what happened in the Haitian Revolution and in Nat Turner's rebellion. One of his soldiers is getting angry now over who is going to pay for this revolt. Brown has thousands of dollars in his back pocket from Northern abolitionists, so he should be fine. And they're off towards the federal arsenal at Harper's Ferry. His men are getting whipped up into a frenzy, and whoops! Ooh, there go a couple of innocent bystanders. We can see Brown now standing on top of the arsenal yelling for a slave rebellion. But can anyone hear him? No, John Brown's men have shot and killed a free black man. Oh, the irony! Wait, someone has heard him. It is U.S. Marines Lieutenant Colonel Robert E. Lee, and he is arresting John Brown for treason. After being arrested, John Brown had the opportunity to plead insanity because all his friends thought he was completely insane, and most of his family was completely insane. But he thought that would be crazy, so he instead chose to be hanged. And his hanging is what won him his fame. In the South, he was famous for trying to stir up a riot and murdering innocent people. Brown actually got turned into a verb for the North trying to stir up insurrection amongst the slaves. In the North, however, it was completely different. They worshipped him as a sort of saint-like figure who was martyred. They really ignored all the killings he did and called him a reformer or a Jesus-like figure.